We'll begin today in a meditative seat. Make sure you're up against a wall or close to a wall for this practice. And then take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth to find yourself in the space. Go ahead and take a couple of neck rolls, releasing any tension from the day, so you can begin to settle in to just be here, just taking a few minutes for yourself. Come to stillness, eyes closed or gently lowered, as you return your body to the space and focus the mind on the breath. Inhaling through the front body, feeling a lift to the crown, and then exhaling through the back body, feeling the tail pulled toward the earth. Inhaling and exhaling. I've always been the type of person that relied on what others thought of me to assess how successful I was at any given moment. As a student, I've always craved knowing what my teacher thought about my work. As a child, I always wanted to behave and be told that I was doing the right thing. But recently I've been reflecting on Aparigraha, or the Yama, the ethic of yoga of non-grasping, and simply trying to be rather than trying to do. By letting go of the need to know what others think about my work or thought about my work or what I should be doing, I realized that I could find value in myself and not just in the product that I put out into the world. We'll consider this together today throughout practice, this ethic of non-grasping, and we'll be mostly up against the wall to physically make sure that we can't grasp with our bodies. Return the focus to your breath. Feel the tail on the floor, and then gently let the eyes begin to open and move towards that wall. We'll begin and legs up the wall. You'll want to find your hips up against them and then pivot your body to the side so your feet lift up high. Your hips press equally into the floor. Your knees very gently micro bend, not locking them out. And then feel the ground coming up to support you. Here we begin to let go as we challenge how our bodies normally sit or stand. We're reversing that pattern here, letting go by releasing the torso into the floor. The wall supporting you, the ground, the earth, fully supporting your body. Thinking about Aparigraha again. Letting something go, it can only make space for something we truly desire and that we truly need in our lives. Why grasp onto what no longer serves us and steal away the potential of true joy or peace or connectedness, togetherness, whatever you most desire. Together, individually, but collectively, we can create a better world this way. Continue to breathe and feel the ground coming up to support you. Just one more breath here in this pose. Let the knees come down towards the body, resting for a beat, and then let the soles of the feet touch, knees apart, finding a butterfly pose up against the wall, opening into the inner hips, into the groin, and finding a nice, beautiful compression in the low back where it meets the earth. Not grasping here, just feeling supported and letting the powers of gravity move us where we need to be in the pose. You can press your knees gently out to find a little bit more space here if that feels good. Or you can just let your hands rest on the torso or on the floor beside you. Return the focus to the breath here. On an inhale, scanning through the body to see where we might be holding. And on an exhale, letting that go. Inhale. And exhale, letting something go. Inhale. And exhale out the mouth. If there's a thought or a feeling or a to-do list item that keeps popping up, acknowledge it and let it float by like a balloon in the sky. Don't grasp onto that balloon string. Just know that it'll be there later if you need it. But all you have to do here is just be in the pose. Just one more breath here in your butterfly pose. As slowly as you can, let the knees come to center and then cross the right ankle over the left knee, left sole of foot finding the wall into a figure 4 stretch. You can move your hips further away from the wall if you like that left shin to be at a 90-degree angle. Or you can move your left leg higher up the wall like I am today. You can give that right foot a couple of rotations into the ankle. You can push the right knee away from the torso, breathing into the outer right hip as we stretch here. Just a couple more breaths. Breathing into that right outer hip. Let the right knee slide on top of the left, and then let the legs fall over to the left side of the room. Left hand finds left knee, right arm outstretches long in a supine twist. If you find that you don't have enough space this close to the wall, scoot yourself out a little bit. Find a prop, whatever you need to find what you need in this pose. Only you know. You can let the gaze remain high to the sky or out towards the right hand. Breathing again up through the front body and exhaling down the back body, crown to tail. Feeling the earth supporting the body as you rotate your spine. A few more breaths in this twist. On your next exhale, return the legs back to the wall, hugging the knees into the chest for just a moment, feeling how the sides feel different, and then letting the left ankle cross over the right knee, finding your figure 4 on this side. Ask yourself here what you need for your alignment. Do you need to push yourself out from the wall? Do you need to have that right foot higher up the wall? Do you need to rotate into the left ankle? Does it feel crunchy today? Do you need to put some pressure on the left knee, pushing it out? No matter where you are, make sure you find a settled point, and then focus the breath here. Not grasping, not holding on. Let the left knee cross under the right, and then let the legs fall towards the right of the room. Left arm outstretched or maybe at a cactus. Right arm maybe on top of the left knee. Gaze maybe towards the ceiling. Gaze maybe towards the left side of your room. Feeling the breath On an inhale, up, tail, belly, chest, crown. Exhale, crown, shoulders, hips, tail. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. As gently as you can, hug the knees back into the chest, rolling on the back 1 or 2 times, and extending the legs up the wall, finding a dragonfly. Your butt should be as close to the wall as you can manage, letting the forces of gravity release the legs closer to the floor. This is quite intense. If you feel the gravity is too much for you today here, you can use your blocks or your hands to prop up the legs, support them. But I challenge you to not hold on to an expectation today of what this pose looks like when you're seated, because it's totally different here. And we're all totally different from one another. So it begs the question of why we're all taught the same thing, the same things that are valued as a child from society, from family, from friends, of telling us what we need to do or how we need to do it. And I struggle personally with holding on to these things, grasping onto them. And it takes so much mental energy, so much space to manage these at all times. What freedom, what joy, what space can we create by letting go? That's not to say that it's easy. In fact, I think it's one of the hardest things to do. But what suffering in the world and in ourselves can we avoid by letting go, by releasing that grasp? What potential can we unlock? What new world can we find? Let the knees come together, hugging them in one last time before rolling to one side and finding yourself laying back flat on your mat, taking up space, heels apart, hands apart, wide open to the sky, releasing that grasp Getting ready to enter our sweet Shavasana. Gently rest the attention on the breath, and then letting go of everything else, feeling the ground fully supporting you. Gently let the breath return to the body and bring a little movement into your fingers and toes. Before turning over to one side, taking a full breath in fetal position before pushing yourself up to your seated meditative position. Hands find the knees, crown lifts towards the sky. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, letting something go. Inhale through the nose. Big exhale out the mouth. Inhale, and then exhaling what you don't need. The hands meet at the heart center, and then to the third eye, bowing the head to the heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.